two
God
up in here.
forbid.
Got the dingy Don in the house.
Don, welcome Taiaha. So good to see you, bro.
Yeah, good to
Karma
be here.
Collective.
Want to talk about this album, this fucking amazing album you've just dropped.
Yo,
Ridiculously good. That first track just knocks me on my
Yeah, I
fucking
like the
ass
first
every
track
time.
too, eh?
Sick.
Music up in here.
oh, the bridges, burnt
Fuck,
bridges. Yeah.
yeah.
That was like that was actually the first joint that got made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then after, like BVA was sending me like big folders of beats, but they weren't like finished beats. They're just like straight out the MPC.
Yeah.
So he'll just go do like a quick idea.
Yeah.
It will only be like 45 seconds.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he'll send that to me. Like,
Sit
but
them on the
heaps of
right
those,
track
like-
sort of thing,
like
and then build.
40 of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I found that little burnt bridges, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
bro, this is the one.
You
like,
come in like some fucking Bone Thugs, like in harmony shit. It's just like fucking bang.
yeah, and that,
good.
like, yeah, exactly, that sort of like trap style, but it doesn't feel like a trap
Yeah.
beat. Like it's just like same,
Yeah, yeah.
same like tempo and that, but. And then we had to just make songs as good as that, as Burnt Bridges. After that.
And you fucking did.
It was like,
That's what I was
that's
gonna-
the bar. How am I gonna?
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, when you're doing a project, do you, like for me, sometimes, like you said, you hit one and then you're like, okay, and you sort of aim around that as you're building it, like for that sound and that feel through the whole project. So, like with this one, like compared to your last one, like this
Yeah.
one's like more smooth, more sort of soulful. And,
Exactly.
And yeah, it all hits on the fucking money, man. Gold bars.
Sick. You like that one?
Cold,
yeah.
Cold Bars is
Yeah,
good.
sick, man.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was the one I wasn't sure about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like,
It's always that way, though.
Yeah.
Some of my albums, because
Yeah.
I had my album, the one just before the one I done with Jack Vol, I had a song called Blasphemy. I named the album Blasphemy,
yeah,
but
I
the
know
song
that
called
album.
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
And then,
That's my favourite.
that's,
Yeah, I like.
I was sorry, that was just stressing me. I'm like, nah, this song just sucks. It sucks. It's all over the place. And
Yeah.
And then-
they love it.
yeah,
So
you
then,
get the
man,
best feedback
And the
from
shit
it.
and the shit you spend the most time on, they don't even look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes ages to, and I think that's what was cool about this project for me was that I didn't spend. I actually spent less time than normal.
Yeah, right.
Like, I mean, it still took ages
Yeah,
to
of course.
get it out,
Yeah.
and get it all done and everything, but and like all the processes. But
Yeah.
it was like writing to BVA's beats, like all those snippets, burnt bridges, then try and like keep getting ideas for
Yeah.
tracks that was like can hold up to that standard,
Build it up.
and then went to the studio. Like BVA's got a mad setup.
Yeah.
And I was just there at his house for like 9 hours. And I
smashing
just did the whole EP.
Oh, sick.
And then he didn't like, if I really wanted to, I could have, but like, he was like, no, this is dope.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
You know, like
And that
he
feeling's like,
produced me, you know?
Yeah.
But I was a bit scared, you know, because I'm like, oh, but I didn't hit this note.
Yeah,
Like, on gold
yeah,
bars,
yeah.
like, I'm real like out of tune on the hook and shit. Like,
Yeah.
but he was like, nah, everything that you've done is like the character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
works
promise you're the only one that hears it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest problem, isn't it? You get
Yeah.
in your own head about it, and then that's your biggest downfall is yourself.
And then you can overwork songs. And
Yes.
just, you know,
Yeah.
like sometimes I'm sitting there till like late as at night. I got work early, like,
Yeah.
and I'm there like checking my snare.
Fucking dip.
Bro, go to sleep, man.
Driving the neighbours fucking insane.
What are you doing? Like, you gotta
Yeah.
get up in the morning, bro.
I think like the snare's probably the worst thing to fucking check. It's so because it gets in your head, and the more you go up and down and play with it, it's just like fuck. It drills its way into your head, you know.
And you can never not hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single time.
That's why I don't.
It's like when you
mix.
say a word too many times and you can't. It doesn't seem right.
Doesn't
anymore.
sound yeah. Especially if you smoke. And you say it over and over and over.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so with this and like because there's a fair bit of difference to God Gave Me Courage,
Yeah.
where it's got
Which is a fucking great album.
it's a
too.
banger.
And there was like triple the work. And
My homie T gave me a signed copy of that motherfucker.
That's a
Yeah,
banger,
bro.
man.
That was a lot of work.
Fuck
Like, I
yeah.
put my whole fucking blood, sweat, and tears.
You can
So
tell, man. It's
Even
a lot.
though I got beats, I bought beats. It was like more buying stems, and then I was still arranging,
Yeah.
cutting them up, adding shit in,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
adding like little guitar licks and
That's what I do, yeah.
So I was involved in every single part. I was involved in the mixing, mastering, like.
Yeah.
So that was like that was just heaps of work. But this one was more like, just trying to find good songwriting. Like I was mainly trying to like focus on songwriting because
Yeah.
I was almost trying to prove to BVA like I know he's like
Yeah.
mnemonic
Yeah,
Ascent and like he's
yeah.
produced for like Hilltop shit like this.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I want to make sure my
You
songwriting.
hit the nail, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And you
so-
did fucking.
so I
Yeah,
rolled it,
what's that
rolled it.
line? It's flick a ciggy out the murk,
Murk,
another
yeah.
bridge getting burnt.
Yeah, that's
you
dope.
fucking crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
That is-
dope. Painting pictures as you go.
It's amazing.
Yeah, trying to paint the pictures and
You gotta-
but yeah, I had to let go. You know, I had to just chill out.
Yeah.
Fucking trust.
Yeah.
In the process. And then Dave Dog was, he's like drummer for Wolf Mother and shit. He's down with
wow.
BVA with Sam. So Sam sent it to Dave.
Oh, no shit.
And he done all the engineering, extra
Yeah.
drums and shit. And
Oh, fucking hell. Wow.
so it was like, and then from Dave went to Paul Fox for the master, and you know what I mean. So it was like
Everyone had
I
their-
was like,
yeah.
it's like being produced. So
Yeah.
it's fucking, it's sick.
It's exciting.
A lot of good hands touched it on the
Yeah,
way through.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
was,
then blessed by Brad Strutt and that, and
yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
we're going to talk about
Yeah, we're
that.
gonna get into that. So I think I seen his post after we spoke the other night. He was picking up the album and he did a fair write about the album and that.
Yeah.
Or the EP.
Was that Strut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was talking about when he met you. I reckon I was there. So that was the Strut show.
Yeah.
In the city. Yeah. So is
Oh,
that?
yeah, we were talking about this before the pod. It was
Yes.
Because I thought it might have been the West Side Mushy one.
Nah, it
but
wasn't.
It was the city one.
Yeah. I don't know where it was at actually.
it's at the bottom of a restaurant, eh?
Yeah, it
Jack
was
and Jill's.
The one that Busy.
Jack and
It was
Jill's.
the one that Busy stoked up, wasn't it? 2 beers. These.
Yeah, it was like 2 beers
Yeah.
and what's his name? Jules.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Shout out Biz and Jules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember you were performing that night.
No, I was just jumping up with the homies.
You dropped up with a mate.
Yeah.
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 And
And I was in the middle of a fight camp.
yes.
I was fucking like,
I was about to
leaning
get
out,
there.
bro. Yeah.
Because I remember Biz turning to you and going, like, please don't. Like, and you're just like, you're just ready, you know, like not starting shit, but
No,
just
no, no.
ready, you know.
Starving, bro.
Yeah. Ready for something to fucking eat.
A hungry
Yeah.
moldy that knows how to fight.
Bro,
yeah,
I'm like
fucking get me out of there, bro. I've been to them parties.
But it's all,
1,500 calories.
but there's always someone like that at the show, you know. There's always someone in your ear or fucking, you know, and it's not always bad, but sometimes it's just fuck, you know, it's some drunk fucking cunt that's going on and on and on in your face. But I think that was like it was breaking out near you or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like back standing with the boys and I think I was having a chat commence about you when you were up there and that. And yeah, man, everyone I've spoken to about like your music, like they got it's nothing but fucking good things to say about you as an artist and a human.
Oh, it's big props. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, and going back through after listening to that, I went back through like God gave me courage and that. I thought to myself, why do we constantly get all this good work from people, but we just fucking forget it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? Because I've been playing it all week now,
Oh, sick.
and like Midas Touch and all that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Vines, fucking the
That album's so fucking
Yeah.
good, bro. It's so good.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's gigantic.
I'm
Like
probably most proud of that album. Like,
should be.
Yeah.
As
out
you
of
should be.
anything, like, yeah.
This new one's pretty
this
crazy, though.
is killer too because it's like a whole different thing, and like you've got like glimpses of this through that.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
can still see.
Yeah, where it comes from
How-
as well.
exactly,
Yeah, no, big props, man, on that. God gave me courage as well, and music up in here. So tell us a little bit about Strut, meeting up with Strut, how all
'Cause-
that came
yeah.
about.
Because as an Australian rapper, singer, all that shit,
They don't get much bigger.
Yeah, Struts
he's a
the
big
goal.
influence,
LC,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Melbourne guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there you
fuck
go.
We
man.
won't hold it against you, but yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, like I remember when like it's funny actually because when I was first getting into like Aussie hip hop, obviously first I heard that Hilltops tune. What's that
Yes.
fucking
What?
just suffer on it and it's
Oh,
Nosebleed section.
Nosebleed.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, so you're
Classics.
hearing, you're hearing that on the radio and you're hearing fucking Joel Turner and shit and you're like at the like going down to the youth center.
Yeah.
And then that when I get to the youth center, that's when I started like tapping into like Australian hip hop, as in like because there's just the local shit.
Yes, yeah.
Like you had the Larrikins back
Yeah.
then, you had Chase back then, you had
Fucking
Funkors back then,
was-
and it was like
It was gigantic.
Monops. Hearing Monops
Yeah.
like back then was a huge part, and that was just like one of those ones where someone burnt like the fucking CD
Yeah, about the CD.
onto the like
Yeah.
little
Back when the burning was new.
yeah, and you thought it was like wow,
Yeah.
you know, and then you just got those like tracks that were from this random CD. They've got like all bits and
Picking
bobs
up,
and
you're picking up chicks. It's like just got a new CD burn.
yeah, right. I got the new CD. Yeah.
And people would charge them money for them, $5 bucks a piece and
absolutely,
shit.
We're that old.
Hip hop, yeah, we're that old.
You can make money, just slanging out
Yeah.
of your backpack like your own
And that's what
burnt
they were
CDs.
doing, yeah. And like
it was
that,
sick.
that time you're talking about, like hip hop, like here in Adelaide, was just fucking exploding. There was like a show every week.
Literally, yeah.
That's when I started coming over.
Yeah,
So we'd come over. It was fucking. The first time I played Adelaide was we done a tsunami benefit. That's how long for Bali,
Yo.
which
yeah.
is like 2000.
I remember this.
Five,
I
bro.
remember these tsunami.
So we done one in Melbourne on Johnson Street in Fitzroy,
yeah,
and then we got Southern Skeptics out, which
Yeah,
are
yeah.
Pagan Ellipsis fellas.
yeah.
So they came out and done the show, and then K-Dog, you familiar with
Yeah,
K-Dog?
yeah.
So Kay's like, he goes, let's do the same show in Adelaide. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this. And then we played a show at fucking Jimmy Rose.
oh yeah, I remember Jimmy Rose. Was
So
fucking hectic.
it was packed. It's
Yeah.
probably one of the biggest shows I've ever played, which is insane. Fucking Hoods were there.
Yeah.
Funkors, fucking everyone. Like it was just the craziest fucking night. It was
It's like
just
Certified Wise just used to always
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
fill the whole house up, like
Yeah.
and it was just like it'd be fucking $15 on the door, and that motherfucker would just be people out to the out to the toilet,
car park,
yeah, everyone rhyming out in the car park, battling. It was just like a crazy like time for hip hop here, eh? Like
It was nuts.
And the positive sides, I reckon, outweighed
yeah,
the fucking negative shit.
Everything that came
like
with
the
it.
amount of people that got like the community that formed and
got involved with it,
and the amount of people that were like kept out of worse shit
yeah,
from the shows and
yeah.
like
Fuck yeah.
it's so different now. Like the people that are actually roaming around the streets on buses and that are like not necessarily the same.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
as us, like in the hip hop sphere, like
yeah.
you know, it used to actually be connected to the youth, like strong. You know,
Yes,
like
yeah.
We're just
now
having each
the-
other's back. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
it's about building a fucking community.
yeah. It was a
It's like-
building thing. Yeah,
It was.
there's a Jay-Z
yeah.
line. I know Lowe's loves Jay-Z.
Oh, I fucking hate Jay-Z.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he says what you eat
Illuminati shit.
what you eat doesn't make me shit. So
Yeah,
if you're winning, why does it affect me? I want you to win. Why wouldn't I want you to win? It's not
Yeah.
gonna fucking be detrimental to my fucking existence.
That's big words for like someone like Jay-Z that done fucked over so many people.
Yeah.
You know, fuck, stop it.
Yeah, I know the
But I
DMX
like,
story.
but I like the words.
Yeah, the words. Yeah.
You know, and like, yeah,
So I remember there was beef with like Brad and Sam, like Monops and Strut.
Oh no shit.
oh really?
And it's funny because that was like that would have been some of the first like me being like shit, like
Yeah.
I like both these homies,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Split
and
down
they're
the
like,
middle.
I was like real big fan of both of these
Yeah,
dudes. So
yeah.
that was fucking crazy. To now I get to my age now, I'm like collabs with both of them.
Yeah,
yeah.
Got good rapport. you know, with two of my favorites. So
Yes.
that's fucking crazy.
It is.
Monops was fucking good, man.
And that's
He's underrated. as a
like, coming
motherfucker.
back-
Yeah, I agree. He's a technical fucking genius. bro.
coming back to the way it was, you know, fed to the youth back then and connected, and I think like social media done fucking destroyed all of that. Like it's almost
Yeah,
like,
that's what it is, bro. No, you're completely right.
it's like everyone's like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll only share my shit. I'll only do this, and like the whole sharing thing, like just did my head in the end. And I just like honestly, sometimes I just got to step back from
Just
it.
mentally,
Yeah.
it's just
Crazy.
not good for you.
Nah, it's not.
Like I'm the same. Like I've got to, like just today, like I finally got to delete all the fucking apps off my phone
yeah.
because I just had them all going,
Yeah.
like had them all humming. You know,
Yeah.
you got your like your Twitters, you got your TikToks and your Instagrams and your YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
your
know-
brain's just going fuck you,
You know,
fuck
and
you,
you're
fuck
trying
you,
to like
fuck you,
do this
fuck
and
you, fuck
upload
you.
this and
Yeah.
upload that so
Yeah.
that you so that people can see the album. But I
So
just
do
get
you-
to a point I just got to like delete,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I'm just like
So once you do it,
feel way better.
so once you get the project out, you go back and get rid of all of that shit.
just off my phone.
Yeah,
bro. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
delete any accounts or nothing.
Nah,
just
nah,
like, just
yeah.
off out of my like line of sight.
Yes.
So
Ta-
I don't have to like
take the
even
weight
just
off.
think
That's
about it.
fucking-
Like,
Yeah.
and then
That sounds healthy as a motherfucker.
It does.
man.
it's like
Because then you got no reason to pick the shit up.
yeah, it's just like
Do you know what I mean?
And sometimes you might like get someone like inbox me or something, and I'm 3 days late.
You miss it, yeah.
Like, and and I missed some little opportunity. Like
Yeah.
that's about the worst thing that can happen. But
Yeah, but you might live an extra 10 years because of it.
oh, I just mentally feel way better. Like
Yeah.
Just the weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, and at first it's actually like when I like relog back in and I'm starting to drop shit, I'm like, oh, this is sort of fun.
Yeah.
But then by the time I'm like a
killing
couple
me.
weeks in and shit,
Yeah.
you start feeling like, oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Heroin's
'Cause
always
you-
good the
you-
first time.
You start thinking about what other people think and shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
not naturally like I'm not naturally
Yeah.
like that, bro.
And all the beefing and bickering and bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I heard I can't remember what track it is, but I think it's Vines. You're talking about that kind of shit as well.
Yeah.
And like you just see so
And there's
much.
so much online, and then
Yeah.
you see them in real life, eh?
Yeah.
And they're just like,
oh man, I'm a big fan.
yeah, can I take a
Yeah.
photo in this?
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
It's
guys.
true though.
I'm blocked online.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
So
true.
like, yeah.
I mean,
But you're a big ass moldy that can fight.
Yeah. That's true.
It's yeah,
What the fuck they gonna do?
Yeah.
but it's just crazy the fucking balls it gives some people. Like,
Yeah, that's more than what's...
do you know, like.
But we come from different places.
We
I
do.
come from a place where if you say some shit, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth.
Yeah, we're gonna see about it eventually.
And when I say some shit, I'm probably gonna punch you in my fucking mouth.
And that's not to say that I don't say some fucking outrageous shit.
Yeah, no.
But I don't personally.
But the thing is,
Sam Paul.
whatever you're saying, you got to be able to back that up
Yeah.
down the line. You know what I mean? And you got to be like aware that there's going to be people out there that don't fucking like what you're saying. You know?
Absolutely. But like, you're right, like the consequences are less.
Yes.
Because of everyone being, on this Instagram thing.
Yeah.
And that's why like, or whatever they're on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, as well, the love isn't the same.
No, it's
Like, and the
fake.
respect isn't the same.
Yeah.
And, it's very hard to like find
What's real and what's
that
not.
in this
Yeah.
in this world now. Like
Yeah.
that's why
And like even going,
I keep hold of the people that
keep them close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like even going back to what we were saying about back in that time when it was exploding, like
Yeah.
there was no social media.
nah.
There was just like some fucking glued up pieces of paper on some Stobie poles.
Flyers.
Yeah.
And then it would just go like through everyone you knew, and by the Friday night, oh, there's a show tonight. Like
Yeah.
straight up, bang, oh, let's get on the bus.
When
Like,
we
fuck.
when we done
MSN, bro.
Yeah, like,
MSN.
yeah
it's crazy.
when we done that tsunami
Less
show.
is more though, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
less is more.
And it's just you get a little you know that it's gone down and you don't even like it's there's not all these details and shit.
That's what
It's
we're
just
doing.
like, just rock up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what it is.
We're
Like,
going on the
find
show.
a fucking
Go on
way,
show
bro.
and
Yeah.
drink some beers,
You know,
gonna listen to some
find-
fucking
we'll
music.
find a way, like-
Fuck yeah.
You
That's
get,
right.
get out of the house, like
That's what I mean. Like
get on the bus, like
you might try to ring a friend back then and not get in contact with him for a fucking week.
Yeah.
Like you go to his house, he's just left. You might never find that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was like.
But you still probably like trust a bit more that you'll see him at the show and that.
Yeah.
You're still like,
It was realer.
yeah.
Well, there was nothing to fucking do, so that's where they're gonna be. That's the problem. You like less is more with everything. Like you give more choice, there's more things to say no to.
Yeah.
So the good things suffer, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
For like family time or whatever it is, art, whatever. The more choice you got, the better things suffer because you get dragged into these realities. You know, this bullshit. It's just not real.
Bullshit is the correct term because it's all just bullshit situations that don't really exist.
Yes.
It's
And then people cook on it and stew on it.
They do, yeah. There's a lot of, it's a lot
You
of
didn't
wasted.
didn't like my shit.
distraction.
It's
That's
a
all
waste
it is.
of energy.
It's a
Fucking
huge waste of
and,
energy.
But then I can't hate on my like younger generation.
Nah.
You know, because that's where I try and like sort of, you know, because I get in the same conversations with all the homies. I have a lot of like older friends as well, like
same.
and like even all the way up to like I'm not a ageist person. Like I'll be like hanging out with 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
Whoever's got that good wisdom talk.
Yeah, bro.
It's all about vibes.
Yeah,
man.
100%. It is.
If you got good energy, I fuck with you.
Absolutely.
That's how personally. I've always been like that.
Everyone gets a chance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, to people, I'm like, you got to give these kids a
go,
chance though,
yeah.
because they just grew up
And they
It's
don't
not
know
their
any.
fault, like-
They don't know anything else.
They don't know nothing different.
And if they're popping their social media world in this way and that way, and
Yeah.
they're doing their video games this way, that way,
And they get
like,
rich.
I can't, I
Yeah.
can't hate on it. You know what
Yeah,
I
you
mean?
can't
It's
hate
like,
on it.
You do you, but
And that's the
doesn't
thing.
stop us like remembering
Yeah,
like true community and shit.
Because people our age have gone through
All
the
the
biggest
shit.
changes in humanity.
Vinyl,
Yes.
CD,
Yeah.
tape, MP3
Fucking
player,
telephones without a cord.
streaming. Yeah,
Like,
we've seen everything. Yeah.
We've seen everything. We go to your nana's house and you fucking pulling on the rotary
Yeah,
phone. You know, we done seen everything.
No shit.
And like we're at the
We old as fuck.
once we're gone, once we're fucking gone, we're the last. That's what I'm saying. We're the last of the Mohicans, mate.
Yeah.
Once we're gone,
What's the millennial generation?
they don't know nothing different.
We had both.
Yes.
We had full fucking technology, and we had. I'm fucking riding my
Dirt
push
and
bike,
shit.
and I'm
Yeah.
gonna scream out the front of a girl's house to see if she comes out.
Throw rocks at the window and shit. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I think that you can't blame them for it. Like you said, like that's all they know, and it's half our fault. We gave it all to them, like as far as phones, tablets, and whatever. But I feel like they're a little bit naive to the real world. Do you know what I mean? As well,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
It's like they don't.
And like desensitized
yeah,
to
like, to anything, like some real serious shit.
Sometimes I think about that too. Like, imagine you're just on like fucking Call of, like you're just shooting motherfuckers
Yeah.
all day,
Yeah,
and then you come to wash dishes, and you just have no fear and shit.
you know what they do? You know what they do?
I want to
go on a-
call,
they
I
just-
Call of Duty.
But
my
do you know what
boss
they-
right
Yeah,
now?
Do you know what they're doing?
They just like all their adrenaline glands are used up
Yeah,
and shit.
there's nothing. There's no juice left.
There's no juice left, bro. I'm like,
Do you know what they're
shit.
doing with these kids?
They're
though?
not scared of me, bro. It's
Fucking-
like, they're just.
They
like,
should be.
Yeah, yeah, but they don't know. You know what I mean?
What they're doing with these kids, and I wrote about it in a track I did with Busy, 2Biz, is they're getting the best gamers, right? And they're turning them into fucking drone pilots for like the army and shit.
Which,
Yeah, I've heard of this. Yeah.
You're talking about, because they are desensitized.
which makes perfect sense, really.
you know, like me and you are probably going to feel pretty bad if we come through and drop a fucking nuke.
In Yemen.
Like, from here on the podcast live.
Yeah.
But like for them, because all they know is gaming and shit.
Would get mad views though.
Yeah, but it's almost like it's not real. It's almost like it's not real, like for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's a little bit scary as well, because like, what about their kids? You know, like, is it gonna? How far will it go? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How far will they be pulled away from like real humanity?
Well, everything's desensitized.
And we're at a special time. Like, that's my other feeling is we're like, yeah, there's all this like
technology.
will the world fucking explode
Yes,
next
yeah,
year and
yeah.
shit, like, you know?
Yeah.
And we've had that since like the Second World War, and we've had all
Yeah.
the technology since the Second World War, and we're just in the fucking wild time.
Scary time.
And it's scary, but it's also like super like exciting
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah,
like
yeah.
It's the
we're
best, worst time to be
it's the
alive.
best worst time.
That's
like-
yeah, I heard
and
that.
look how many like humans have like multiplied in like the last 100 years or so.
Yeah.
Like we just like everything's gone crazy. Like I know we're declining now, but like
No, but if you look
for like
in the 60s, I don't know why I know these statistics, but there was like 3 billion people on Earth in the 60s.
yeah,
There's like 8 now.
yeah, you know what I mean?
So
I
what?
think there's more than that.
It's
There's more.
I think there's a lot more than that.
yeah,
But yeah,
and we're all here alive on this crazy planet with like
the more we bring
9
in,
billion people.
the
and-
more we bring in,
and
the
all
more
this
We're
unbalanced
on a rock hurling through space, not
Yeah.
knowing what the fuck we're doing.
in a meat sack.
but think how many years
I'm just
all
a
this
ghost driving a
like,
meat robot.
All this shit wasn't like how it is now. I mean, with the
Yeah.
phones and the drones
Facts,
and
yeah,
the
man,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
think how many millions of years it's been like that, and then in our little 100,
Yeah.
we're here in
Yeah.
the fucking like climatic.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
no doubt.
Like-
Like we're in a good, especially our generation, to know what it was and what it is.
We can see, yeah,
It's like it's to see back and to see forward.
yeah,
To us, where it worries us because we already know where we've come from,
Yeah.
but it doesn't worry the younger because that's all they know.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, only knowing technology would be fucking wild to me.
Yeah.
Like only knowing that, all right, phones this, phones that. It's like
It's
if
so-
you're born in 2000, you're fucking 25 now, which is
Yeah.
I keep thinking that 2005 was 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's fucking. I
Yeah,
know. Don't
I
even
know,
say
it's-
it,
It is
20
crazy.
fucking years,
Yeah.
bro.
bro. My firstborn daughter just moved out like last night. Like it's 19.
shit.
You know.
Yeah,
It's. I'm just still like seeing her
tripping.
as a kid. Like, so. Yeah, I'm fucking popping party poppers, but it's still a little bit sad to see him walk out as well. You know.
Oh,
like,
bro, it's hectic.
and,
How'd that go for you?
I just filmed it and laughed and said, just get out. But, you know, when she was gone, I went back and started thinking, I was just like,
He cried. That's cool.
yeah, I cried, you know, a little.
Shed
Nah, I
a few
didn't.
tears.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you should. Like,
Slept next
'Cause-
to his fish.
that's it, mate. I'm sitting here with the fish. Things will never be the same, you know, like,
No, that's huge, bro. That's fucking.
yeah, it's like,
Or they're leaving the nest, man. It's a big deal.
it is, yeah. So it's like, what was will never be.
I think of my daughter in the
Yeah.
future when she's a teenager now. and I
How
think,
old is she
fucking hell.
now?
4.
4 there, yeah. You got some time. But guess what?
It won't.
You
yeah.
don't.
It'll be quick.
It'll be so quick. Like I remember when she was like 15 and she met her boyfriend and that, and I just was not happy about it. Eh? But
Yeah, bro. I think of that too.
he's just such a good guy,
Oh, that's good.
and like they're still together, and he's such a good guy. Like I couldn't really have asked for much more as far as that.
T.
Like, I was just hoping
No.
she didn't meet someone like me.
Now, T, imagine going home, right? Look at me. Imagine going home to meet your missus' father, and it's this motherfucker.
Ah, true.
I would shit my pants.
Yeah.
He's like fucking a whole foot taller than me, man.
Yeah,
But
but
he's built like a stick.
Did you put the intimidation on? Or
No,
what?
I made
bullshit.
him feel like I was gonna, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. I took him to lunch, and
that's worse.
That's for intimidation.
It's a power move, motherfucker.
I took him.
No. Leave those shoes on, my
I took
friend.
him to. I took it. Yeah. I took him to a.
Going to lunch, my boy.
Yeah. Sit down. Let's have a nice meal.
Leave your phone here. I took him.
Leave your phone here.
I took him to a paddock, and I was just like, I said, "Look at that, man. You know, you could just fucking disappear out here, and no one would even know."
People go missing out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good at digging
that's cool.
holes.
Yeah.
So, moving on from that. So I don't want to kill him. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Shout out, young man. You won't be murdered.
He's
But
not-
yeah,
he's
time
not-
goes fast.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yes.
Time goes super fast.
And on the cover here, this is your son, is it?
No,
Or is
that's
that
me.
You? Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's me when I'm about 2, I
And you
think.
got the full fucking crazy cut and
And
everything.
I got the crazy cut,
Yeah.
crazy Islander cut.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So let's talk a bit about like, how long you been over here? You
No, whole life.
whole life? Yeah,
Yeah.
born here.
Yeah, born here.
Yeah.
Grew up Henley Beach, and then grew up like Wollonga.
Oh yeah.
Then moved out young, Aldinga. And yeah.
And now Dinga's.
And then I did get some time to go live New Zealand and
go home,
connect
yeah,
back.
see what's going on.
Bunch of
was-
family back there.
heaps of family.
Yeah.
And I got like brother and sister back there as well. So it was like
Just went back
my
there
dad
and
died
ate
when I
good.
was young. And then that's what linked us when we were young.
Yes,
like
yeah.
I would have been 7, 8. And I would have not really known my heritage
At all,
much
yeah.
or anything. Like my mum had a new partner, 3 kids, blue eyes, like. So I didn't really know what was going on, and then connected with my brother and sister.
So you were the
my
only
nan.
one here, right?
Yeah.
So you
so
felt,
I'm here. Like,
you felt
by
out of
myself,
place
bruv.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know why I was
Yeah.
so like why
You
I
were
was
so different.
So different. I was
Yeah.
definitely different. Like,
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
and then flew. Yeah. Oh, they came here first to see me,
Yeah.
and then I went over there.
That opened the door up to go back
Yeah,
and forth.
and I was like busking at the markets and shit, getting money, like
Sick.
fly over there, like 12, like
That's
go
good.
stay with nanny and
What side of what's
great
up?
grandmother. And
Whereabouts New Zealand's at?
this is just all in Auckland,
Yeah.
but the family are from down like Whangamata ways, Rotorua ways,
So out
South-
like
further.
south,
Yeah, south.
South.
North Island,
North Island.
south of the North
South
Island,
North.
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe 2 hours, 3 hour south of Auckland.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then I've got a little connection to the up north as well. And yeah, no, that was like the best thing for me.
Yeah.
That was like all my shit was all
Just like showing you who you are, just like a
Yeah.
bit of a reminder of where you come from, who you
yeah,
are.
bro.
And you
I-
walk in, it's like, oh, you look like me.
yeah, you look like me,
Yeah.
act like me.
Yeah.
All my
Yeah.
weird shit that I try to change, they're like
Yeah.
all the same. But it's not just a moldy thing. Like it's also just family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but-
Yeah.
because you some half of it you chalk up to like bloodlines and shit, but really it's just your immediate like.
Yes.
But Moldy,
Like the Narwikies
I've
are-
spent
But your family is so strong.
I've spent a lot of time
Yeah,
Moldy.
yeah.
Like I know what Moldy's
Yeah,
are like.
so they look after the
it's-
whānau. Like,
Yeah.
It's a different way of
It's community.
thinking. Like you know how in the Western world it's like mind, body, spirit or
Yeah.
soul. Like
Yeah.
mind, body, soul.
Yeah.
In New Zealand, like in the Māori, it's like mind, body, soul, whānau, like
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like your family is
Whānau
one of your
family.
4 parts of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't be, you're not a true person
Without 'em.
unless you have
Yeah.
a mind, body, a soul, and a family.
That's some
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
shit.
You
bro.
know what I mean?
Fuck
You,
yeah.
you need the
Like a-
the
like a-
family's just as important. They don't see like as a lone wolf as like a really.
Yeah, it's,
Like-
it's someone
like-
that's been
Everything's yeah.
And you got
pushed
and
out.
you got to come from a mother and a father.
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
So you come from a line,
Yeah.
which is so important.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Yeah.
like just the importance of all.
And
Of it.
there's like so much more like history and heritage and shit like that over there for you guys. Like that.
It's
like,
different
you
experience
You,
from
you come
Aboriginal
here.
here,
Yeah, like you come here and it's like, I mean,
And Australia is fucking huge.
gigantic.
Like-
Yeah,
6th biggest country on earth.
It's massive. Like
that's right.
Don't ask why I know that statistic either.
You don't know that. You
I just know. dumb
surely
shit.
it's the biggest. Isn't it?
6, number 6.
the biggest continent, isn't it?
No,
No, biggest island.
it's the biggest island.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
6th biggest country.
yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, it's-
oh,
it's-
is it China? So-
Russia,
Russia, China.
Canada,
Oh, no shit.
China, US.
Canada's gigantic, man. Eh?
Canada's number 2.
Yeah.
Brazil's 5 and we're 6. And then after us, it's like India or something. Like it really drops off.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, I don't know why I know these stupid facts.
No, it's cool.
You got it from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It doesn't
fucking-
need it.
No,
It's
It is
stupid
don't
thing on your
you
phone.
Shut the fuck up. Stop
it's-
disrespecting my lady on
She
ChatGPT.
can't even make a sandwich, and you're asking her all these questions.
But yeah, nah, culturally, it's like there's a big difference in the,
Oh, yeah.
in the experience of how it is. But yeah, I'm like down for all fucking
Yeah,
indigenous peoples.
yeah,
Like, and I've been down for the people. You know, hip hop really is for the people, you know?
Yeah.
It's for the people that struggle and
Yeah.
the everyday person that has got to go through
That's
this
right.
fucking world. Like, so
And it was like
I got love for every,
like it was built on crazy unity, you know,
Yeah.
hip hop. And that's probably like one of the things that's being pulled away from it, like these days.
Ego
and
kills
from
dreams.
the very start, it was you know,
Yeah.
the
Blacks, whites, Puerto Ricans, everything.
people that want power and shit grabbed onto it
Yeah,
like
leeching.
early. As soon as they
Leeching.
saw that it was like gonna do something,
You got
it got
you got your ditties in there with their hands
yeah,
out.
bruv. They all
Yeah.
come in like for all.
Of course.
Yeah, so
Everyone's always looking to fucking steal, take the next thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Take money.
but it was built on something real
Community.
beautiful,
Different,
and
yeah.
it was community. It was bringing everyone together, and I always love, even though I don't necessarily like practice the 4 art forms of hip hop
Mm-hmm.
exactly. I just love the fact that there are the 4 art forms.
Yes, of
like
course.
I feel like that is just a forever thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like from humans from the fucking dawn of time have needed to like have a visual painting
Yes.
expression.
Yep.
You need a vocal like expression of storytelling and
Real
everything like
shit,
that.
real
You
shit.
had a technological like beat sort of, you know, whether
Yeah.
it's clapsticks or
Drums
whether you
and
make
shit.
drums or
Yeah.
like
Percussion.
that
Yeah,
It is.
technology and that beat, that rhythm
It is a constant.
and the dance, like the movement.
Yeah.
So it's like
And it has been a constant.
they are the 4
I
forever.
never thought of it like that.
Fucking tease
You're
out
taking
here,
us back.
blowing my mind.
You're taking us way back.
real
I love
shit,
it.
real shit, my bro.
I love it, man.
Fucking hell,
I love the way you think.
that's real. That's the realest thing I've ever heard.
No, that's some real shit there, and I've always connected to that. And I see it like it's easy for me to see when I look at like an indigenous culture as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you see it pop up through all of the cultures. like-
Absolutely, yeah.
and I'm like, but you also can't go back.
Yeah.
And that's another problem like you see in like
Yeah.
New Zealand and that, and you get people like arguing over who's more traditional.
Yes.
And I'm like, bro,
Let's just come
let's
together.
take what we
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
I'm doing kapa haka in the morning with the homie, like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
take my kids there and we're doing our little steps and that. But I'm not gonna stress myself.
Nah.
Just having those movements and those ancient language, just
Yeah.
a little bit is
gotta hold
enough
on
to
to
make
it.
me feel
Connected to you.
connected
Spirit.
and
Yeah.
good. You know, I'm not gonna have like spending
you-
time having negative energy.
And you talk about passing that down in your music as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember what track it was. You talk about passing on these teachings. I don't know if it was on this one because I've just been playing them all week.
Yeah, I'll be going through them.
But
It's so
you talk about
been a
passing
good
on
week.
them learnings and teachings to your kids and,
Yeah.
and keeping the tradition going. There's no point fighting over some shit. You could just like you said, hold on to it and keep it going.
yeah, absolutely.
Keep it in the family and keep it, you know.
And hip hop's like a good example of taking ancient fucking like algorithms basically. Like
I didn't think about it until you said
It's
it.
all drums.
and
everything.
taking those old knowledges and that
Yes.
and then putting it into a modern sphere.
Yeah.
You know, and like putting it like, okay, well, we're gonna grab the cheap spray paint,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna, you know, we can't afford
don't-
cellos and
Yeah.
bass guitars and that.
I'm not gonna
So
s-
we're just gonna go.
I'm not gonna
grade
sit here and-
Mom's vinyl.
Yeah, I'm not
and
gonna
we're
sit
gonna
here-
work
yeah.
away. Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and chisel it into the wall for 6 days. I'm just going to use this paint can.
Absolutely.
And fucking book. But as you're right, it's from as far back as they can see, that's how it starts.
And then
Drawings on the
probably
walls.
further
Yeah.
back than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
hell.
probably already happened all before already. You know?
exactly,
And,
yeah.
and here we are again.
You're a real motherfucker, T. I appreciate
You don't want to
bro.
think too hard about how many times this has
we-
already happened.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Multi-dimensional.
Who knows,
fucking-
man? You know, like I don't. Everyone's always on me about my going on about conspiracies and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But you know, I don't really think that they're not really conspiracies when they're all true. Like fuck, you know, look at all the stuff that's happening.
No, I like had my time taking like heaps of acid and shit,
DMT and shit.
and DMT and doing my like,
We can tell, bro.
meditations
We
and-
can tell.
and I've gone
You've worked
down.
some shit out.
I've
Shrooms?
gone down, yeah, lots of shrooms, and I've gone down to the bottom and then managed to come back up
Pull out,
like
yeah.
without like damaging myself. Like, and a lot of my original people, whether it be whatever drug it was.
Yeah, too much.
Like so many of my original homies are like in like schizophrenic rooms,
Yeah.
or they're like
I got a bunch dead.
still just smoking meth. Or
I got a bunch dead. which is
dead.
fucked.
Yeah.
I've got a couple dead,
Jail. Fucked
couple
up.
in jail. Yeah,
like-
so it's
But shrooms and like shrooms and DMT and acid and stuff, it's more like it's almost like ritual get like it's the
Yeah.
stuff that like going back to the shit from the start of
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Ever since they figured out what it did, you know, that was their connection. Like that's
definitely, bro.
that's where they think like the
and it
real
was-
connection
and
to
it was
God comes
ceremony.
from.
Yeah, it was ceremony.
If you
know?
don't
Yeah.
abuse it, I feel like if you
Oh
don't
yeah,
abuse
you're not
it,
gonna fucking wake up and smoke DMT every morning. I mean, fucking hell,
not anymore.
it's gonna be a bad week.
Not after I learned to fly.
Well, I never actually tried DMT
I haven't
myself,
either.
but
I would.
but like from what I hear, like the more you
think
do
I'll freak
it,
the fuck out.
like
I think DMT is not too much of like an addictive sort.
nah, it can't be really.
I think it's dangerous if your mind is a little bit on
Crooked
edge
already, yeah,
or crooked.
yeah.
Then it might send you somewhere freaky.
Somewhere else, yeah.
You know,
That's
but
probably what you need.
Well,
it could be or could not. Like I've seen bloody
Could
peop-
not
I've-
is frightening.
like
Yeah.
some people
well,
come back and they see like
Yeah.
they had demons in it.
yeah, well,
Like I come back, I felt like I was drifting through God and like,
Yeah.
seeing things for
seeing
what they
good
were,
stuff. Like
yeah.
maybe some hectic stuff, maybe some like dragons and.
shit to think about.
But like, even when you come back, I'm like humming with everything in the room.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
guitar, bench, glass.
Yeah.
It's like everything's humming, and I can tell what frequency it's on, and I'm all
crazy.
in tune with it and that.
Yeah.
But then you see some people, they're not in tune.
They come back
so
freaking
then
out.
They come back and
Yeah.
they feel like the chair's against them.
I seen someone get. I seen like one of my mates get packed one on a bong.
Yeah.
And I didn't know at the time, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
So he sunk this bong, and he didn't even
They
know it was on
dosed
there.
him with
They went to
DMT.
sleep. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That's a
he
bad
went
friend.
he went to sleep.
That's a bad fucking
and,
friend.
and like none of us knew what happened, so like, we're slapping him on the couch and shit because he was in, he was in there.
Yeah.
And then he come to, and he fucking lost it, man.
Yeah,
This was like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know it was on there. Like he just thought he was smoking a bong. Someone's put it on there, and he fucking went fucking Fruit Loopy, man. He was looking to kill someone, as you would think, because he was trying to fight it as he was going out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like something you're not meant to do.
Well, we don't.
We don't condone
we don't drug our friends.
we don't condone packing people
real-
DMT without them knowing.
Real friends don't drug
and-
their friends.
No,
And
it's
I feel
pretty
that's
crazy.
The best way is like with the shamans and
Yes.
da 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 da.
Yeah.
And it's not-
Ritualistic.
ritualistic, and for a reason. Like there's a whole setup and a story and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a whole thing. Like even the
Like ayahuasca and shit like that.
yeah, you
and
got
just
the
sit around.
ayahuasca. There's an Aboriginal one. And it's just like
There's DMT in
it's
Australia.
real. It's a real.
It grows here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
And anyway, yeah, they used to take it and go Dreamtime and all
Yes,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, the more I've talked to people about it, the more I've realized it's very strict.
Yes.
Like you sort of just imagine, well, I don't know, you get fed maybe from like a Western view of like,
Yeah.
oh, they're just like monkeys walking around and eating random leaves and getting high and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like everything is very detailed
Yes.
culture. Like it's
Yeah.
so smart and
Yeah.
like there's
There's
a
a lot
million
more to
different
it.
steps.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like all these things. There's certain paint you got to wear. There's certain journeys you have to be on. There's certain people that have to lead it.
Yeah.
They would often do it when certain tribes come together.
Yeah.
To all journey through that together, like because they all like they could travel like together and
Yeah,
shit with
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and like
Yeah,
there's
all
songs
nomadic tribes.
There's like-
they,
yeah.
they were constantly on the move.
on the move. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
when you join together, you're like almost
Yeah.
sharing knowledge and
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
all this crazy.
Yeah, and then you pass and you share knowledge.
Yeah, and in
then
their
you
mind,
learn
it's
and
it's
grow and
ancestral. So it's like they're also getting it from all their past lives.
it's just how we
Yes.
do things.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and in absorbing the knowledge. So when I start and like just who you could marry and
Yeah.
who you're allowed to get with and stuff is way more stricter than any like
Yeah,
Western way. Like
Yeah, Western. I don't think there's any fucking rules left in the West.
you know what I mean? It's like
You know.
I didn't realize there's so many rules. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
mad
yeah.
rules. Like
Yeah.
same with Moldy. Like there's mad tikanga. Like
Yeah.
I didn't.
Tradition.
The more I looked into it, the more you sort of got to respect
Yes.
how how serious and death penalty and
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
It's
being
like-
moldy,
like-
because I grew up a bunch Moldy, Samoans,
Yeah, yeah,
Tongans, all the homies. But the way they grow up, faith in God is big.
yeah.
I remember I went to a friend's birthday and I was the only white guy.
Yeah.
They call me the reverse Oreo.
Oh yeah.
White on the outside,
Black
black
on
on
the
the inside. yeah. So and then so we're having a birthday, we're just drinking, and then all of a sudden they start singing.
Yeah, bro.
And everyone in the room can sing.
Yeah.
And then I remember my friend's sister, she just goes, Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
And then the whole room joined in.
Yeah.
And it was almost like a chanting ceremony. And
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
like, I'm just in awe of these fucking
It's
people.
like a
And-
bonding
and church-
situation.
Insane.
Church has it. Like to be honest, I love everything about a church except for like all the bad shit that's happened.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
under
yeah.
the name,
I-
like singing together,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
getting like showing our
Unity.
best, like
Yeah.
all rocking up, like the families all come together.
Yeah.
We all know that we're all going to be there. We
Yeah.
all sing together.
Yeah,
we
they
share.
Done, they done fucked it all up with a
healing
book, really.
Yeah, you know
They
what I
fucked
mean?
it all with a book.
The book's good.
Like
Yeah.
the human.
It's the institution.
It's institution and the human element of just fucking sin.
Yeah.
So I the religion is great. I think it's fantastic for everyone.
Well,
Yeah.
Bob Marley says he's like the Bible is just one of the best, sort of history.
Yeah.
Like he's like it's one of the most.
But it's
he's like, you
twisted
can't.
history.
It is twisted and it's been
Yeah.
like rewritten and
Yeah.
But he's like out of many books.
As far
It's
as
one of the-
yeah.
The problem is that the church as an
It's got to be
institution is
the most known book, obviously.
Yeah.
the biggest selling book of all time.
Yeah.
Which is a fact.
You
But
got
it's-
you got the hardcover, don't you?
I have.
You've been reading it, haven't you?
By my bed, every night.
Yeah.
Got a fucking
And there's a few.
What are you laughing at?
There's
You've
some
been
magic-
reading it. I know you have. You told
No,
me.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And there's
I've
some
audio
magic
booked it
words.
3 times.
Yeah,
and-
There's some magic words. In
But
there.
there's also some fucking outrageous shit in there, right?
Yeah.
It's all about how you.
You should read about Lot's daughters.
like I
Don't
don't.
it?
I don't
I-
really
I'd
want
give you
to.
verses.
I got my own
It's
daughters.
Like I
fucking
think
wild.
you can read it and you can gain a lot.
And take
But I
what-
think it's when people start nitpicking
Yeah,
and
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to like say this or that.
by the book.
Yeah. It
when
doesn't-
they manipulate the words and they try and control people with the words,
Yeah.
that it's because the church as an institution is
Yes.
a controlling. It's a government.
Oh yes, it
basically,
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to a degree.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so how I
What's-
view it is
yeah.
And it
I,
used to be.
I trust the religion. I don't trust the church.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the
Sorry,
It's the shit that goes
Christianity.
on around it that ruins it for it. It's like it's meant to be a thing of peace. You hear all this other shit getting thrown in there with it, but you know, like you said, you couldn't fault a person that lived in that held him and conducted himself in that manner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as far as religion goes, doesn't really matter what religion.
A good
You know
person's
what I
a
mean?
good person.
But yeah, exactly. So, you know, you can find heaps of good in it. Like, I've never read the book personally, so I'm not going to sit here and rag on the book.
Yeah.
It goes for a long time.
I just know
a big
I've read
ass
some
book.
I've just read some outrageous quotes from it.
Yeah.
But it's all about what you take from it. Is you don't have to, like you said, you don't have to fucking dot point every little thing and live like that. Like, there's still a lot, like you said, to be gained from just living as a decent human. You know?
And stories tell us so
Yes.
much. Like I've always been like a real avid listener to stories.
Yep.
Whether they be this story, that story, I always listen. And like so many times I've learned so much shit just by listening.
Yeah.
And it might even be someone you might not think.
Yeah.
They might be raggedy as this and that, and you just they
They'll
might
tell you
be, they
something
might be on
profound.
drugs or something like
Yeah.
that. But then you like
That doesn't mean
listen
they
to
don't
the
know
story,
something.
bro.
Yeah.
And they might not have their life together at all,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they've got
yeah.
a story for you, and people should cherish
Yes.
the story, you know, and also faith. I think is something that's like underrated. Like
I
like-
agree, 100%.
Like the faith aspect. Like I don't like to like try and program my mind into like a certain book exactly.
Yeah.
But like,
And I heard that in one of your verses too.
yeah.
Fuck.
But it is a controversial line, and
Yes,
even still,
yeah.
like, you know, like I don't believe in Bibles.
But
Ain't
it's,
no Christian, yeah.
but that doesn't mean.
And I know some of my like family and shit
Yeah.
would have been like, "Way, you're just staying on
Yeah,
here."
yeah.
Like,
What, did
you
you-
can't
did
have your
anyone
own
say-
private connection
Yeah.
to God and all this.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, trust me, when I, because I named my album Blasphemy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm fucking Calabrese Italian. So
Woo-hoo.
you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
upset some
yeah, you
motherfuckers
can,
saying, oh.
And you put me on it. You fucking do that.
Yeah.
Going to hell, bro.
I just, I chucked fucking Losey on and just made him get angry.
Yeah.
I just think that whole, you know, you're going to hell because you don't do this or that and that, you know, you can be a good person and still have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I just, for everything to be a sin, you know,
Yeah.
like fucking or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you know, or out of wedlock or,
Yeah.
you know, come on, man. You know, there's so many good people out there.
Yeah.
I think
We see less and less of them because there's so much more people, like you said, coming in,
Yeah.
into the world, and we see less good people. But like I said before, everyone gets a chance, you know, and that's
Yeah.
something you told me, Luke, a long time ago. I'll give everyone one chance,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I trust everyone immediately
Yep.
until I don't.
And
Yeah.
faith,
And
is,
that might be
faith
only
is
30
something-
seconds.
Yeah,
like,
it might
faith
be.
is something that is like super powerful.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Like, and it comes into all that. You know, those people that say, "Oh yeah, I manifested this and that."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But that's just faith, really.
It is. That's like the base. That's like a. That's almost. That's not even the highest level. That's like a.
Yeah.
That's more of a practical level
Intermediate.
of faith.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and that
That's
you know,
your
it's-
beginning.
and it's so important.
You're
like,
on a journey, but you're at the beginning.
it's a big part, and I guess for me, like because I've read so much different religion,
Yep.
that's why I never tied myself to, like, even though Christian religion has been the most prominent in my culture, in like
I wouldn't-
even in our country.
But
I
what
wouldn't call
about? But
myself-
what about back? Is it back home? It's not back home, is
It's
it?
pretty strong, man.
What?
Oh, no, Christians, Maldives for sure.
Is it?
Samoans, Tonga,
And you got to remember
Islanders in general.
those people that go out
Yeah.
got there like in 500 years ago.
Yeah.
They were there earlier, the missionaries.
Yes, yeah.
So they were spreading these words, and you know, yeah, it's such a funny balance because
Yeah.
part of me loves.
wouldn't have thought.
I love the church and I love this and that. You know, like as in what I mean by that is like I love the idea of
Yes.
church, of us going to
Yeah.
church and
Coming
singing
together.
and you know we're all in the marae and it feels like.
What comes,
Like
up,
that
comes back to
spiritual
community.
Community is like
And
so
family
It's
and-
like when I tap into it back home, I'm like, wow, like this is so strong.
Yeah.
And I just all my like doubts about, you know, like, do I have a cool enough car? Have I got a
Yeah.
cool enough job?
Just
all
means
that shit
nothing.
doesn't matter.
Just doesn't
like,
mean
yeah,
shit,
it
yeah.
you just go straight to like the core of everything.
And
But
I think
yeah,
that comes with getting a little bit older too.
Yeah.
You're
Definitely.
like, you're just
100%.
like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, whereas the younger you would be like, you know, I need this, I need that, and like people probably
you're
watch.
still
it-
proving yourself.
Yeah. And
it's
people probably watching this will say, yeah, whatever from you, because I got this crazy fucking wardrobe. But that's just shit I've collected over the years.
Yeah.
You know what I
man.
mean? Like, it really doesn't mean fuck all to me. I've been wearing the same shit since I moved into this house.
Yeah,
Because I got nowhere to put my shit.
Nah, that's
But you get older, you the small things just tend to melt away.
yeah, they do.
You know, and it just becomes about getting through the fucking workday, really.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, man, and I try not to succumb too much to the mindset because I
Yeah.
get that feeling too. Like
Yes.
I'm just like living to grind. like,
yeah,
What the
yeah.
hell?
Yeah. Working to live and living to work.
What do
Yeah,
you?
but
What
the
do you?
faith, and children,
Yes.
Children,
keeps
yeah.
me like
Yeah.
real in touch with.
Well, you do that. You do that because of your children. You do that because
So
of your
true,
family.
yeah.
You know, you just
yeah,
as
exactly.
men, we just wear ourselves into the fucking ground for
Yeah.
our family. But I was talking about it to Luke earlier. The only way that we get through it is we just shut it off. and just keep going. You know?
Sometimes you need to just shut the fuck up and keep moving.
But that's why this shit's good. Like the
Yeah, this is
podcast,
good.
music, like
Yeah.
that feeds the soul. Like,
I seen a post. Why do grown men start podcasts and talk about their feelings? The other day.
cheaper than
I know,
therapy.
It's fucking cheap.
I'm hanging
Cheaper
out with
therapy, bro.
one
So-
of the fucking best artists
Yeah.
in South Australia, and we're just fucking talking about.
We
religion
gotta
and
we gotta
DNA.
figure a way to talk about how we're gonna buy 3 pairs of fucking Jordans for these kids and just keep getting up every day. Well, let's have a quick piss break.
So what was behind the name of the podcast?
So the name, the God forbid, comes from it comes from The Sopranos, really.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
Luke's Italian, obviously, and Tony always says, you know, like when they're about to whack someone or whatever, it's like,
Yeah.
if something should happen to him, God forbid.
yeah, okay, yeah.
So we were constantly doing that
Yeah.
to each other in conversation.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid he fall down the stairs or something, you know what I mean? And then,
And it's just a metaphor about how much shit we talk.
yeah,
It's like, oh, God forbid I'll say that about Sam Paul.
it's not to be taken seriously. Just
Nah,
like,
I get you. Yeah.
Just like me. So
Cool.
let's touch on. You're gonna start a startup for music up in here to be pressed on vinyl.
Music up in here. Yeah, vinyl, like, there's been a good sort of, I guess everyone around the project, like Brad Strutt, BVA, Dave, like, they're all just like, vinyl is forever.
Fuck yeah,
You're not
So
wrong.
you gotta print it.
you did it though. You did it with God Gave Me Courage.
You know?
You got him. You got rid of him.
And I got rid of them. And
that's
I
the
mean,
hardest
it's
thing.
hard.
It's so
Like,
hard.
You gotta hustle. Like, I had to hustle.
It's
like,
so hard.
It took me back a few years.
I
like,
gave up. I kept the box in the garage.
yo, I was like out there.
Yeah, because I was seeing them
hustling.
everywhere. I was
Yeah.
seeing them. Yeah, beatbox and
Yo,
yeah. No, good on you.
went through all the old school stores and like
have-
even just cafes and that. If I knew, like, if it was the homies cafe,
Yeah.
Just
I'm
get it
like,
done.
bro,
Yeah.
can I put a couple copies in here? A
Yes.
bookshop. Can I put a couple copies in here? Like,
Yeah.
I'm real like.
How many was pressed on God Gave Me Courage? 150?
It was actually end up being 200
Wow.
because someone else wanted to buy 50.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a weird investment sort of shit.
Well, who bought 50?
I can't
Can't
tell
say-
you.
can't
I can't
say.
tell you. But it was
He's holding them as
but
stock.
Interstate. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, but the
That's
weird
killer.
thing about that is that I my 150.
Thanks, Brad Strutt, for buying all them copies.
I fucking
You
I
150.
numbered my 150.
Yeah, yeah,
But I didn't
yeah.
number them as 200.
Yes, yes.
So I know that some people.
We'll say there's more out there with no numbers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So there's more out there with no
And
numbers.
it's crazy with vinyl because down the line they might say, it's one of the 50 that don't have numbers.
Yeah,
This
bro.
one's fucking...
It's one of those weird things. It was like, yeah. I
You
just
know what vinyl's like?
yeah.
Like, oh, this one's got a pink dot on it, so it's worth fucking $1,000, you know?
So I'm gonna try do it again, but man, I'm not. To be honest, like fundraising and hustling, like
hard.
150 vinyl is like
hard.
not. It's not an easy thing to do. But
Well, you
I'll-
got 2 up in here, man.
So you're doing a Kickstarter.
legends. Yeah, so I'll drop another Kickstarter. It's already the pre-order's already live on the Bandcamp, and I've already promised everyone I'm gonna do it. So
Yeah, you're doing
I'll
it.
make
Yeah,
it
so-
happen.
You're
So
doing
we're
it.
gonna get
100%.
the link tree under the.
We're going to try and put the link tree on the end here, but if we don't get it on there,
We'll find a way.
we'll be posting it under the comments in this episode, and we want everyone that came through to watch to come and support, because you know what? That's what this platform that we're trying to build is about. Like, there's so many dope artists. It just, like, in Adelaide alone, we could pull each other up.
Yeah.
Like it used to be. Yeah. We can still pull each other up.
That's what we want. This is why we're doing this.
This
shit.
is why we're doing this, and we want everyone to come through here. Doesn't matter how big or small you are. So get into that fucking link. Come and support your boy over here. Cop a fucking disc. Honestly,
And the pre-order will be cheaper. Like
yes.
it'll be like $12 cheaper or something than it's gonna be once it's in stores and that.
So
So
let's do that.
Yep.
yeah,
yeah.
may as well hit it early.
You gonna sign some of them or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
You gonna sign them? Yeah.
Like pretty much anyone who asked,
Yes, you
for it
signed
to
it.
be signed.
Yeah, that's what
I
I was
signed
doing.
it.
That's
like,
what I was doing.
There was no problem.
Because
with
not
that,
everyone
like-
wants them signed, right?
No, not everyone wants
Yeah.
to sign. And then some people, if they're wrapped in plastic,
Yeah, they want it left.
you know, they want it left.
Yeah,
And then they're
yeah.
like, oh, do you sign the plastic? Like,
Yeah, whatever
you know
you
what I'm
want.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
if you
So
want.
sometimes I was signing plastic. I'm thinking, man,
You're not
they're
going to
never
open
gonna
this?
open. But, like, it's,
See how fucking hard
it's
I
all
worked
about
on
the
this?
music,
They're
bro.
looking
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the vinyl,
yeah.
listening to Spotify.
Because it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
collective,
yeah.
because it's a collective thing, and
Yeah.
because we're in that age of digital, like you can have that physical and still listen to it on the move on Spotify, whatever, and you got a big catalog, lots to pick through. So the links will be in the comments, as we said. What else are we getting to here?
All right, so I've requested
You've requested, that's right,
Taiaha sing a song to end the podcast
for the number
because
one fucking podcast.
Yeah, no, it's good setup. It's good to
He's the
fucking be
fucking
here.
man.
He's gonna
So
pull this
tell
out.
us what you're gonna play. Grab your guitar, my friend.
And just one quick plug before I
Yeah,
grab the
plug everything.
guitar
Let's go.
is Brad Strutt is coming.
King
I think
is
it's soon.
coming to Adelaide.
Yeah, I think next month.
Shout out Strut.
Strut the King. Who else you want to plug on the album while we're here?
And we got Shook. She featured on there
Yes,
as well. She's
yes.
got a
Killed,
dope.
murdered it.
Dope
Fucking-
verse.
Yeah,
Big Layla vibes there with like
Yeah.
I agree with that.
good lines.
Yeah, I
And
like that.
I'm a I've like Shook's from South originally, so I know her from like Wollonga High days
Okay, yeah.
when I was like battling everyone and
Yeah.
freestyling about everyone. And
Is she still this up down this way? or-
I remember her making music even back then.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, well, yeah.
And yeah, so I always big up Shook.
Yep,
And she's got an album she needs to drop.
yep, yep.
I'm on that record.
Fuck yeah.
Drop it, Shook.
Drop it.
Drop that shit.
You need a feature
Everyone
from
needs
old
to
Luke
hear.
Bex, bro.
Everyone
Yeah.
needs to
Hit me up, young
see
lady.
how it's done. You know
Let's
what I'm
do
saying?
Take that
Yeah.
step and drop it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's what we're all about here, growing.
And yeah, there's a Brad Strutt show coming. It's that West Side Mushies style
Yeah.
up there.
Close and personal.
So it's
Hey, if
Yeah.
if Brad Strut needs some support acts, I know a guy.
yeah,
yeah.
I know a guy.
Just saying.
yeah,
I know a
absolutely.
couple of them.
And I think
You're
it's
just saying
meant.
that because you live across the road.
I think it's
It's,
meant
it's fucking 500 meters from my house.
mental as.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you know
yeah.
that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Cool B actually like was telling me about him
Yes,
like
I've
years
seen him.
ago.
I've seen him.
And
yeah.
it was like, bro, I'm flying over here, da-da-da. And because we were working on some music, never got released. But then
Does he come under the Strut?
I think he's actually sort of headlining.
Okay, sick. Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah.
And he's got that mad video with Brad Strutt. Have you clocked that one? And
I
he's,
haven't, I haven't seen
I haven't
that
seen
yet.
it, but I will.
he's just talking about all the COVID times and shit.
No shit.
Yeah. I
Lost
love
my
doing
job
that.
because I wouldn't jab.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, it's fucking.
He's on that conspiracy
Talking
shit
that
like your
real
boy.
shit.
And Mental As, yeah, just goes in on it, and it's a dope video. So I think he's headlining Brad Strutt. I'll be doing like, I got a big day that day, but I'll rock up,
You get there.
do some features for Strutt, which would be cool. We got a song called Don't, which is a dope track as well.
Yeah. Is this going to be on one of his albums or?
Yeah, it's already on one of those
Okay.
triangles.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But,
yeah, yeah.
but the cool thing about it is the Don't track made it onto his vinyl.
Oh, wow.
And he's
yeah, yeah,
chosen like 11 tracks from out of the 9 different triangles.
Yeah.
sick. Yeah.
And he chose that one to be on the vinyl. So
You're a
good.
dope motherfucker, see?
it's super cool.
Nothing but love and
And
respect for
that's
you,
me
sir.
doing like that full singing.
Yeah.
Um,
You went full
Harmonies.
moldy.
yeah, bro. I got my singing out for it. It was cool, like, yeah, like talking about like Monops and Brad Strutt and shit. Like these people actually, once you get to know them, like I flew over there, we did the video, da da da.
Yeah.
You actually become friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because you're on
Come
the
home,
same
yeah.
like frequency and
Yeah.
that, it's like, it's dope.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
like
yeah.
that song, he was like, gonna tell me the story because like a real deep
Yeah.
song, like it's
Yeah.
like about like hectic loss and that.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he's like, nah, I'm not gonna tell you.
Before you write?
Yeah.
Because you hadn't written? Or?
Yeah, I hadn't written.
So
And
you
he's
didn't want to
like-
box you in?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
no, actually, I'm not gonna tell you.
That's
Yeah.
He's like, I'll send you the song
Yeah.
with just verses.
Yeah. Because
You know,
otherwise you get
so
boxed
without
in.
verses. Yeah.
Take it how you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, without
Yeah.
verses. So
Yeah.
so he was gonna send me with the verse because he had the verse.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, I'll send you without the verse. I'll tell you the time where the hook is.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's like, just know this is was an
emotional track.
emotional track for me.
Yeah.
And then like my hook's something like I was born alone, cut from mountain stone, and I can't be forced. And it's like I think the story is about like losing like child or something.
Yeah.
Like those sort of lines.
Yeah.
And just like
Something real
cut
heavy.
from mountain stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
sick.
and I can't be forced.
You
like,
fucking
can't,
done
you
it.
know, and you get these.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it
You
just
just
works,
tap
dude.
in, you know.
Fuck yeah.
It lined
So-
up.
and him to have that faith in me
Yeah.
to be able to pull something out of me for him, like
He already knew you could. Yeah.
he knew I could, you know.
Yeah.
So that's like
That's
artist
sick.
to artist. It's mad.
That's
respect,
so
you
good,
know?
man. Yeah, that's a good feeling, eh?
And then I feel like I've done my job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's come through and he's giving you a banger. You're giving him a banger.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like-
That's exactly.
that's
it.
what it's all about. It's
That's
just
that's how fucking
so
friends are built.
you
Yeah,
just
exactly.
pick up the culture just like so easy, you know. And it'd be good to see a bit more unity.
And Strut's one of the Australian goats.
He's a king.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carlton United
Is
trade.
there no one else to plug for the album?
No, that's cool. Yeah, I've already
BBA,
spoken
yeah,
about
everyone,
everyone
yeah.
involved and
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Well, let's get into it.
Yeah,
man.
I just want to just thank you for coming on,
Absolutely.
bro. It's
no worries.
You're a gentleman, bro.
Oh, Dinger, man.
You're Dinky Don. It's the Dinky Don, episode 2.
you're the homie. You always been fucking good to me. I appreciate you, my friend.
Show 'em how it's done, my friend.
All right, let's go.
Because it keeps me mean. This moldy life was meant for me. Every breath I breathe, keeps me mean. I remember all the things that I've seen, yeah, because it keeps me mean. Yeah, this moldy life was meant for me. Every breath I breathe, keeps me mean. I remember all the things that I've seen, yeah. Love pippies and cormorants since a little boy. But my first hungy was on Ghana land. Grand still alive, feeling real joy. Yeah. Funga Matata, hockey, younger fam. In SA, I got my mama's kids. Yeah. Little brothers, little sister grew. Up to be the mean little fellas fix their own hairdos with their own head screws. Willunga, where my mama lived. Yeah, but in the clouds I feel connected strong. And I grew up kind of fatherless, ayy. I never been south of Voltaire or North Island, I feel my bloodline. I've always been a mouldy kid, Fano got the same habitat I've always been told is weird. Got a nephew now, a niece too. Birth from my sister, Crystal Wax is my G true. I know what keeps me mean. I remember all the... Hey, because it keeps me mean. Things that I've seen, hey, because it keeps me mean. This moldy life was meant for me. Every breath I breathe, keeps me mean. I remember all the things I've seen. And life gets realer like the knife in a mirror. I don't know how I'm feeling enough to make me consider buying a flight to Paris and writing a narrative. Living without a bank, I need to balance it. Shit, brother, nothing done changed. Same city, same thing, same shitty dope slang, same house, southwest. Ever closer to impending doom of giving in, letting go, getting alone. I refuse. I'ma travel if I lose a leg, I'ma hop even if I lose an eye. I'll continue on. I kid you not, it ain't about anger no more. It's about passion, man, a deeper sensation. I agree to maintain it. Yeah, it's big rub on your touch screen. Hey, it's brick phones, I don't touch screens. Yeah, and wherever I go, it shows there's something about Aotearoa, cause it keeps me mean. This moldy life was meant for me. Every breath I breathe, keeps me mean. I remember all the things that I've seen, cause it keeps me mean. This moldy life was meant for me. Every breath I breathe, keeps me mean. I remember all the things I've seen.
Fucking hell, bro. That's crazy. So good, bro.
Solid.
Big ups, big ups.
My bro. Fuck
Episode 2 with the man.
Episode 2.
Solid.
Peace
Shout
out.
out, Taiaha. Peace.
God forbid I see you laying there, bro. I have sinned, you have sinned, we are sinners. We clean the plate every time we sit for dinner. I offer help, you just giving me the business. And now you mad, you ain't dealing with the winners, God forbid.
Don't ever talk crazy, giving commands. I wave my hand and turn your crew into a pile of sand. 7 cents, Southern land, we'd be back on demand.